everybody, it's Lurgs here. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to save you time and money. And today, it's the Dyson DC33 General Maintenance. So if you're not getting very good suction when you're doing a vacuum, then I'll show you how to give it a good old clean so it's working in tip-top condition. So we're going to clean the brushes, and then we're going to clean the two filters, and then we're going to clean the actual cyclone Vortex drum, and then we're going to remove all the hoses and check those, and then we're going to check the belt, and if we've got time we're going to have a cup of tea. Now the first thing you definitely need to do is make sure that your Dyson is unplugged at the mains, and then we're just going to lay it on its back and first of all check the brushes. As you can see here, in my house we've got lots of ladies with long hair, and it absolutely gets caught up around all the brushes, and if you don't cut this out regularly this will seize up and you could snap the belt. Now if you do this regularly you can just get a small pair of scissors in there and just cut away any hair, but to give you better access you can actually remove the whole underside. So just take a small coin, I've got a 5p piece here, and you're just turning these anti-clockwise 90 degrees to unclip them, and then that whole bottom faceplate just pulls away. And there we go, and that gives you great access to all the brushes. Just be aware of this rubber seal. When we put that back you need to make sure that that goes in correctly, and I'll show you how to do that when we put that back. So what you're doing now is just giving it a good old clean. Check the belt, you can just rub your thumb along here and just make sure it's turning easily. Obviously if you've got lots and lots of hair in there that can jam up and snap the belt. So take your pair of scissors and just start cutting away. I always wanted to be a hairdresser. Actually I don't think I'd make a very good hairdresser. Whilst I'm doing this there's a link above now about how to clean the inside of your thermos flask the easy way. Okay, I've removed all the hair from the brushes. Now this rubber seal here, I'm just going to put it in the groove on the underside of the Dyson. So just push it into there. There we go. And then we've just got to turn these screws 90 degrees so they're vertical. And then just offer it up to the base of the Dyson. And it should just clip in, and you should hear those 3 clips at the bottom. Just push through the holes. Once you're happy that they push through the holes you can have a quick look around the other side, make sure they've gone through, and then you can just lock them in with that 5p piece again. And there's a link above now on various how-to guides on all sorts of makes and models of washing machines. There's some really useful information in there. And there we go. So the brushes are now turning freely and we've got rid of all the hairs. The next thing to do is remove the drum, so just push that button down on the top and that gives us access to the first filter. There's a small clip here, just lift that up and it just pops away. Now you can just literally lift this out. If you've got any hairs or dirt inside here, just pick that out. And now we're going to remove the other filter, so just push this blue button downwards and that releases this. Then just pull it out. If there's any dirt and grime in here or hairs, just remove those. Now just lift this filter out and turn it over. And ew, pretty disgusting. We've got a big ball of hair there, so just pull that out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just remove this filter by lifting it out and then washing that with the other filter under cold fresh water. Now you can wash these about 10 times in their normal life and then it could be time to buy a new one. Now this one is absolutely filthy dirty. So let's go to the sink and give them a clean. So just cold fresh water from the tap. flush it through, bang it about, get rid of any dust and grime. And with the soft filter that we pulled out, just hold that under the running water and keep squeezing that. Whilst I'm giving this a good clean, there's a link above now about how to clean your UPVC window frames so they stay clean. So you're just squeezing that under the running water so it's as clean as you can get it. Once you're happy that's all nice and clean, then you need to leave those for 24 hours on a warm radiator, or if it's the summer, just leave them out in the sunshine. And now we're going to clean the Vortex drum. So just push that button down to release the door at the bottom, which lets out all the dirt and grime into your bin. And now what I do is just lay it on its side, and you've got this small button here. So if you push that button, push it in, and then you can just slide the whole inside Vortex out of the casing. Now this is much easier with two hands. Obviously I'm only doing this with one hand and filming with the other because my glamorous assistant is not available. So just pull that out of the top, and there we go. Now this gives you great access to remove any dust and grime and hairballs stuck inside all those holes. So what we can do is we can take that to the sink as well, and just take your Partners toothbrush, get rid of the worst bits of hair, and then with some running water just start cleaning all those holes and get as much dirt and grime out as you can. So you can use your toothbrush and just stab that into the holes, push the dust out. Obviously I'll cut this video short, this takes 5 or 10 minutes. So you're just getting out all the grime. Whilst I'm doing that, there's a link above now about how to check car fuses without having to remove them using a multimeter. Now I'm also going to clean the outside casing, again just with some fresh cold water from the tap. And there we go. And as with the filters, you need to dry this off properly. So again, just leave that on the top of a radiator or in the nice warm weather. So this is 24 hours later, my filters are dry and clean and my Vortex drum is clean. Put this filter back first. This just goes face down. Nice and simple. Then just lock it in. So just push that down and it just clips in. Next, put the soft filter in the case there. You can see how lovely and clean it is compared with when I took it out. That then goes in this side casing. So just turn it over and just slide it in there. There we go. And then we're just offering it up to the side here. And you're just pushing it down and inwards until it just clips in, and you'll hear it clip in. And there we go. Next thing we can do is just remove all the available hoses just to check they're not blocked up. So we've got this one on the left hand side. That looks all nice and clean. So we just put that straight back. And then if we just lay the Dyson on its side, we've got this hose underneath. We can just remove this. If this is full of dirt and gunge, this one is actually pretty good. So that just slides out. Once we've slid that out, we can then actually remove the hose at the back, the extendable hose. So just release that from the top by pushing the button in. And then if you go down to the bottom, you've got this small lever here. If you pull that towards you and then just lift the whole unit upwards. And then the whole hose is out, and you can just check that for any rips or gaps. To put it back in, just offer it up and then just slide it downwards. And then just clip it in at the top. There we go. And then turn it on its side again, and we'll put this hose back. Whilst I'm doing that, there's a link above now about how to transfer everything from your old iPhone to a brand new iPhone so that it is identical to your old iPhone using the iCloud. And whilst you're underneath, you can have a quick look at that flexible hose there on the top right hand corner. Make sure there's no rips or holes in that. So let's turn the Dyson back upright. And we're ready to put the Vortex back in the holder. So just close the lid at the bottom, just push it shut there, and it just clips in. We just need to turn it round so it matches up with that hole there where all the dirt goes. Just lower the Vortex down inside, and it should just clip into that small hole there. And there we go. And then to put it back on the Dyson, just gently put it onto that hole in the middle so it all lines up, and then just push it in at the top and it will just clip in. And it might look like it's not in properly and it's a bit loose at the bottom, but it's meant to be like that, so don't worry. Right, the Dyson is all ready. Let's plug it in and go for a vacuum. And I tell you what, it's hard to explain, but after giving it a really good clean, it makes such a difference how much dirt it picks up off the carpet. It's literally lifting the carpet off of the floor. Look at that, you can see the carpet being raised. It's definitely worth just laying it on its side quickly just to make sure that those brushes are spinning round properly. And don't forget to put your partner's toothbrush back and hope they don't notice. I'll tell you what, after all that hard work, it's definitely time for a lovely cup of tea. Oh. If you would like more how-tos on how to save you time and money, then please press the subscribe button down here. I really do appreciate you visiting my channel, everyone. If you'd like to select any other videos around here, that would be really cool. And be sure to hit that bell notification tab.